let's go. It's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going. I wanna be the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire, my desire's taking over, not time.
Okay, you beautiful friends, welcome back to the Bag of the Semi-Truck, and it's that time. We're about to be jumping into My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, Season 1, Episode 3. Now, fair warning, I'm probably going to be referring to this by accident as the second episode, due to the fact that the first two episodes are pretty much just one big episode. It's that, two-parter type situation at the beginning of seasons. So technically third episode of the season, but second in my mind. So with that little disclaimer out the way, yes, My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, Season 1, Episode 3, 30 plus things that I missed on my first initial viewings. So if you were here for the first video I did like this is kind of just a way of goofing off and talking about things that I missed on my first initial viewings, whether it's going to be satirical, stupid, silly, serious, or just whatever way. It's just to have some fun. So let's sit back and have a little bit of fun together and just go through these 30 things that I thought were either goofy, silly, fun, serious, or whatever. Let's just have some fun together, and then after this I will then give me a little quick overview and afterthoughts of the episode. So with that said, let's jump into this.
You two are taking so long, I miss snack time.
Number 1, second episode in, and they are focused directly on Twilight's belly again. Bad producers. That's bad of y'all. Y'all might not mean to do it, but y'all did something there. Bad.
Her Grand Royal Highness, Princess Celestia of Equestria, is pleased.
Number 2, my goodness, why did it take me all these years to realize that Celestia and Equestria rhyme? Whatever.
Be held in the magnificent capital city of Canterlot on the 21st day of... yada yada.
Number 3, capital city? I'm going to have to keep an ear out for this because I've never actually realized this whole capital city thing before. And that tells me that there's like this whole government thing set up and everything. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on that because I had no idea that Canterlot was it Canterlot? Yeah, it was Canterlot, was the capital city. Number 4. This didn't used to bother me whatsoever, but going back over this episode with a fine-tooth comb and everything, but there had to be a better way to deliver the mail besides through Spike. Celestia was supposed to be this all-powerful, Princess Alicorn, but she couldn't, devise a way of just using a transportation spell somehow and just getting that mail over there to Twilight. She had to send every single piece of mail through this system of making Spike, throw it up and just put him in agony. I mean, look at what he goes through. I mean, my goodness.
Well, in that case, would you like to...
Are we talking about the Grand Galloping Gala? Rainbow Dash.
Number 5. This is a bit of a 2-in-1 here because first, Rainbow Dash is quite nosy with her eavesdropping, and then secondly, this is still showing us her process of becoming the flyer that's going to eventually get her to the point where she can become a Wonderbolt, because she still can't seem to stick those landings and keeps crashing into people as we seen in the first episode. Number 6, more derpy before the air.
The Wonderbolts would insist that my signature moves be incorporated into their routine. And then
welcome me as their newest member.
Number 7. Okay, so I still think Rainbow Dash has had quite a bit of character development on her process of becoming a Wonderbolt, because this whole scene is her stating that she would be welcomed as a member strictly focused from her and her alone and what she can do. But in later seasons, we see that she has become aware that she has to be a team player.
Oh my, those were all pretty good reasons, aren't they?
Sorry, Twilight, but Rainbow Dash did not have a good reason for wanting to go in that scene right before this. She was strictly just being selfish. Applejack actually has a pretty good reason for wanting to go to the gala, with trying to help Granny Smith and help her with the hip replacement and stuff like that. But in all reality, if all she's going to be doing is selling apples, then I'm sure, since we know now there's a government, type situation happening, there's probably some sort of processing fee where you can get a table set up and actually just go ahead and sell your apples with no problem. So now that I think about it, Applejack doesn't have a good reason for going either, because I'm pretty sure she can become a vendor with hardly any problems at all at the gala. So yeah, neither one of them actually has a good reason for going. Number 9, and that's the third time since this show has started that they zoomed in on Twilight's belly.
So where should we eat?
Number 10, those have got to be some sort of horse stable doors right there. Not sure what kind, but I'm definitely going to do enough research to find out what style that is and try to put that picture up there.
To play my favoriteest of favorite fantabulous games like Pin the Tail on the Pony!
Number 11. So I guess that means Pinkie Pie has a detachable tail?
Oh, thank you, Twilight. It's the most wonderfulest gift ever.
Pinkie? You're just making an assumption. She never actually said this ticket is for you.
Would stroll through the gala, and everyone would wonder, who is that mysterious mayor? They would never guess that I was just a simple pony from little old Ponyville.
Well, there's a Cinderella reference.
That she would introduce me to him, her nephew.
Oh, look. There's a pony that we'll never see again, but would be repurposed for shining armor.
Marriage, and of course I would say, yes!
15. Of course, Rarity has to look at the ring first before saying yes, and hopefully I remember by the end of this to actually tackle this whole dream sequence that Rarity is having in my afterthoughts.
Twilight, I would just like to ask, if it would be alright, if you haven't given it to someone else.
16. Fluttershy is literally the only pony to be asking right now, as opposed to using manipulation or just assuming or demanding or by any other means.
The gala, and that night flowers are said to be the most beautiful and fragrant in all of Equestria. For the night of the gala.
Well, would you look at that? That butterfly is the same kind of butterfly that is Fluttershy's cutie mark. Oh, and bonus one to go along with it, right before getting to that butterfly, Fluttershy was also fluttering around as if she was if I can get the word butterfly out of my mouth, as if she was a butterfly. Wait a second, I thought Fluttershy was supposed to be the non-assertive one. But she certainly is getting into the mix here with arguing with the rest of the ponies.
I can't think straight with all this noise. Not to mention hunger.
Well, at least this time we didn't have a full-on zoom in. Well, I guess that means Bon Bon had more friends than just Lyra at the beginning of G4, and I tried to figure out more information on this pony, but just couldn't find any info, so if you have any info, let me know down in the comments.
I would love a daffodil and daisy sandwich.
I'll have the hate fries. Extra crispy.
21. Well, I think this is the first and last time they mentioned this type of food. In the early on beginning of the show, I think they were just going for as many horse puns and pony puns as they can do. So they tried this, and I think they just passed it by the wayside more than anything. And other than that, though, I think I'm trying to figure out more of how they're going to actually cook hay fries, because Spike said extra crispy, and I'm trying to just figure out how they're going to do that without setting them on fire.
Are you? Me? No, 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 of course not.
22. Good job to attention to detail here with the sun behind Rainbow acting as a halo with the music playing.
Oh, well, better late than never, right? It was Angel's idea.
23. Does Fluttershy actually want to go to the gala? Or is it Angel Bunny that wants to go to the gala? Because when they first asked about the ticket, it was Angel Bunny that kind of nudged Fluttershy about the ticket and trying to get her to ask about it. And now Angel Bunny is continuing that because it's Angel Bunny's idea to be doing all of what they're doing right now for Twilight. Or maybe Angel Bunny knows that she's not pushy enough to ask about the tickets, and that's why Angel Bunny's continuing to push her. I don't know, but it feels a little weird because I feel like Angel Bunny wants to go to the gala for some reason, and Fluttershy is their way of going. 24. So the pony that was with Bon Bon earlier. If you left a comment, let me know that it was Daisy. Thank you for that. But thanks to this image here, I was able to actually get a little more clarity and actually search that image up and find out, yes, her name was Daisy. But thank you for the comment nonetheless.
Warn me next time you're gonna do that.
I didn't even know it was gonna happen.
Well, that's concerning on two fronts. First, the simple fact that Twilight felt the need to do whatever random spell that she had to cast in that moment because townsfolk were being so psychotic. And then secondly, the simple fact that Twilight was even willing to perform a random spell without knowing what was going to happen.
Phew.
I'm happy and I can't. I just can't.
Twilight Sugar, I didn't mean to put so much pressure on you.
We're sorry, Twilight.
26. First off, I'm not even going to touch on how creepy that was for them to be sitting there waiting in the dark and then flipping the switch on Twilight. But it literally took them seeing Twilight having a panic attack just for them to realize how terrible they were being. My goodness.
But when there's not enough blessings to go around, having more than your friends can make you feel pretty awful. So, though I appreciate the invitation, I will be returning both tickets to the Grand Galloping Gala.
What?
27. This is actually a really good scene of Twilight getting a bit of revenge and making them feel a little bit worse for what they did to her by letting those tickets float right in front of their face as she's giving them back to Spike in order to send back to Celestia. It was great watching the look of disappointment on each one of their faces.
Feel pretty awful. So,
Why didn't you just say so in the first place? 6 tickets to the Grand Galloping Gala!
So as much as I agree with Celestia telling Twilight, why didn't you say so in the beginning? At the same time, she should have sent those tickets in the beginning since Celestia already knew that Twilight made 5 friends while being in Ponyville.
Allow us to treat you to dinner. What a great way to apologize.
When I heard Rainbow say that, I thought that she meant that the tickets were a great way to apologize, but that makes absolutely no sense. And then I realized that she was talking about when Rarity said, "Have dinner on us."
How come I don't get a ticket to the gala? And one for you, Spike.
Wait, so does that mean that Celestia is omnipresent and heard Spike say that? because that then brings up a whole new set of questions as to, did she hear Twilight and all the arguments that whole episode and whatnot like that? Because she knew that Twilight made these friends and then gave her 2 tickets and then heard everything the whole time, and that did nothing but cause a rift between all these friends. Why? It's going to be interesting watching this series with a fine-tooth comb and picking out all the times that Celestia is either being villainous or just simply trolling, because this might have just been a troll job right here from Celestia the whole time. 31. And who in the world is holding Applejack's ticket above her head as she's walking away? Because she doesn't have any magic. Okay, and now time for some quick afterthoughts. And after going through the episode, I realized that this was not a great episode. Everything about it just seems counterintuitive to what the show is supposed to be. Twilight is the one who's supposed to be trying to figure out how to make friends, but it seems that she's the only one who's actually being friendly in this episode. In between the other 5 ponies and the rest of the town, it seems that everyone is literally just crazy. Then on top of that, this is the episode directly after them getting the elements of harmony, and they don't even act like the elements of harmony, but the exact opposite. Applejack, if she was being honest in the very beginning, she would have told Twilight, hey, I see you're trying to get Spike to go to the gala with you, so I'm not going to butt in. Pinkie Pie, what she was doing was not bringing any laughter to anybody. Fluttershy, her kindness was only to receive something in return. Rarity, she was definitely being selfish rather than generous. Rainbow Dash, literally as soon as her friends apologized to Twilight, she was disloyal to them, proclaiming that she won. And I know it was early in the series and they were still trying to find their footing and everything like that, but 2 things that stuck out to me looking back at the episode that just feels weird is them ordering food and Rarity describing her Cinderella story. I mean, I don't remember them sitting down and ordering food such as hay and flowers ever again in the series. Nor do I remember any of the ponies having any romantic feelings towards anybody else, besides Spike, of course, but Spike's was more of a little boyhood crush towards Rarity, and looking back at Rarity's Cinderella story, it just feels a little weird the way they're trying to put in a Cinderella reference for no reason. So, all in all, the episode doesn't feel like a true My Little Pony episode at all. So, with that said, though, yes, those are my thoughts. Those are things I missed. Overall, not a great episode, but they're still trying to find their footing. So, with that said, I'm going to shut up. Pass it off to y'all. Y'all know the drill by now. Hit that like, tickle to subscribe. Don't be texting and driving. Watch what you love and love what you watch. And take it away, Mr. Rogers.
I like you just the way you are.